Welcome back to the North Pole. My bad. Welcome back to Heath's house, where we do a little bit of everything all the time, and it usually turns out right. Today, we are doing caroling in my neighborhood. I'm decorating my trailer as Santa's sleigh, and we're going to meet up at the picnic area in the neighborhood, and then the kids are going to show up. We're going to do some Santa time, and then after that, we might drive around the neighborhood doing some caroling. Anyways, I have to be Santa Claus because somebody did the invite wrong and put that there was actually going to be a Santa Claus, and some kids found out, so they're excited. I thought we were just doing caroling in the neighborhood. So I got an outfit. You guys will see that in a little bit. And I'm wrapping some knickknacks to put in my little toy bag so I can hand out some gifts to the kids when they show up. I think I have about 25, so hopefully there's 24 kids. Some of the parents I know that are bringing their kids, I asked them to bring some toys for their kids. So hopefully that helps out. Honestly, we have a lot of kids in this neighborhood, but it's freezing today. It's like 22 degrees. So I don't know how many are going to show up. I did learn that my wife wraps presents way better than I do. Although in my defense, I am using her scraps to try to use up all the little pieces. So I'm going to blame that on why her presents look so much nicer than mine. So my trailer, which you'll see in a little bit here, I've used that quite a bit. It's mainly used for Halloween. We do a Halloween hayride for all the kids in the neighborhood. It's a blast. I pull it with my tractor for the hayride. For this event, I'm pulling it with my van, just because the van's a lot quieter, the tractor's a little loud. But I don't have a very big tractor. It's a John Deere 2305. It's almost 20 years old now. And that thing, it slugs outside its weight class. We have some hills in our neighborhood because we live kind of on the side of a mountain. And there were so many kids on it at one point this year. I actually wasn't sure if we were going to make it up one of the hills. And that tractor, it didn't even really struggle. I had it in low gear. I had it in four-wheel drive, so I'd have traction. And it just pulled it up right up the hill. I must have had 25 kids on that trailer. It was a fun time. We have a good time in this neighborhood. I try to ensure we have a good time because my kids live here and I want them to have just as much fun being a kid as I did when I was a kid. So yeah, today, this is my first time ever playing Santa, so hopefully I get it right. And don't let all these little kids down. And hopefully somebody brings something warm to drink because, like I said, it's going to be cold. I've got my my waffles. That's the military issued Long Johns. I'm going to put that underneath my Santa suit, so I shouldn't get cold, really, except for maybe my hands, because I have to wear Santa's white gloves and ring a bell. But we'll see how it goes. We've got about 3 more little Hot Wheels cars to wrap, and then that's all she wrote. And I gotta hope Santa has enough toys for all the children. So, follow me around today. I'll take a couple more videos as I'm doing things, and I'll show you guys the trailer here in a little bit. I gotta finish putting all the lights and everything on it. I had to move some items around because last thing we used it for was the cookout. So I had put some wood on the side so I could hold my smoker in, the griddle, and a mount for my grill. So now I gotta take all that stuff off and just make it for Christmas. Actually, the last thing we did was the Christmas float for our football team, and that was a blast. But I didn't have to change anything up for that because it was just a bunch of boys standing on the back of the trailer throwing out candy to all the little kids. All right, well, I'm going to get the rest of these wrapped and get them thrown in my sack, and then I'm going to go out to the trailer. All right, so we're outside. This is the sleigh for today. We have heat because it's going to be cold, especially once the sun goes down. I've got to get a couple more decorations on it. I got to get the wiring hooked up. I've got a PV sound system I'm going to hook up with some microphones so we can do the singing and caroling. And then we're going to start flying through the neighborhood. or just rolling really slowly so nobody falls off. All right, so this should look a lot better at nighttime because we're starting at 6. The sleigh that's up top, that's got a lot of lights. This one will be coming up the hill. I'm not going to use my headlights. And it's got 2 reindeer up front. And it's even got a little red nose. I think that should be a good Santa sleigh. Got a couple hours left. I got to get some food before we start doing this thing because it is going to be so cold outside. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. All right, one last tour before we 2 little reindeer. So yeah, this is what Santa's gonna come riding up on. And then the sleigh up here for the caroling part. So we got a couple Christmas trees that are lit up front. Garland all around. Heater because it's going to be very cold. And some comfy seating. And then I can stand here, sing at the mics while getting some heat. Should be a beautiful night. Looking forward to seeing all the kids when I get up there with the Santa suit on. It's going to be fun. I'll take some more video later. All right. Kids are on the sleigh. It's heading out. I just told them I had to go to work. Sorry I couldn't come. So now it's time to get changed really quick and turn into Santa Claus. All right. Ho, ho, ho. Time to go hop on my sleigh and have some fun with the kids. Well, it went off pretty successfully. Don't have the beard now because I'm cleaning up and that beard is kind of itchy and gets in your mouth. Santa's sleigh was a success. This was a success. Kids had fun. Gave out a bunch of presents to kids, which I don't think they were expecting, and that was pretty fun. A lot of the kids had a great time. And we had, I don't know, there's probably 10, 15 sets of families that showed up. And then we caroled through the neighborhood a couple miles, singing at different houses and stuff. A couple technical difficulties this year. I think I'm gonna need to get an inverter generator instead of trying to run everything off the van next time. The Christmas lights and the power system, amplifier system kind of overwhelmed the van, but it all worked out in the end. And we did a lot of caroling, did a lot of walking, and had a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this. Good inaugural one. This is our first year doing it in the neighborhood, so I think it's gonna be a yearly event now. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next year should be even more fun. Maybe we'll get a food truck involved, which will be awesome. Thanks for stopping by Heath's house, where the food is always fresh and the back deck is always open. And sometimes the back deck rolls behind our minivan and goes through the whole neighborhood for everybody to join in on. Talk to y'all later. Bye.